Hey guys, how's it going? This is James Tripp. This is Hypnosis Without Trance. It's February 2011 and I'm here to urge you to free your mind. Now, I have an agenda when it comes to hypnosis. I want people to be really, really good hypnotists. That's what I'm keen. That's why I do all this stuff. That's why I teach the stuff that I teach. There is something in particular that for a very long time now has been limiting the way people look at hypnosis. It's been limiting their options, it's been limiting their choices, it's been holding them back from truly spreading their wings and soaring and being free as hypnotists, being really, really wonderful, creative, original hypnotists. And that thing is this belief that hypnosis is one simple thing, and that this thing specifically is some kind of state of mind that renders people more open to suggestion. Now, please bear with me if you think, here's James again, banging on about this hypnosis is not trance and hypnosis. Please bear with me, because I think I want to put this as concisely as possible and really get it clear why this makes a difference. Now, first of all, hypnosis is an interesting thing. If you look at hypnosis and you actually think, what is it that's happening, and you pay attention to what happens, okay, you don't step away and start theorizing about what it is and all of this. You look and you see what happens. You will see at least two people. I'm putting self-hypnosis aside, I don't want to get into that debate. You will see at least two people. You will see a hypnotist and a hypnotee, or a hypnotic subject. You will see the hypnotist communicating with the hypnotee, and you will see the hypnotee, or the hypnotic subject, you'll see their experience of reality change. They will go into a different perception of reality, and to all intents and purposes, right then and there, things will be different from how they were before. Something is happening. So we see a hypnotist, a hypnotee, we see communication, and we see a shift in the perception of reality. These are the things that happen. Now, if we roll back however many years, 100 years or so, I'm not great with the history, there's a guy called James Braid who is the father of hypnosis. He coined the term, and he was looking at what was not called hypnosis at the time, mesmerism, different things it would be known as, and he was thinking, you know, how is this happening? Something really out of the ordinary is happening. This is a really strange phenomenon. We need to understand it. So he went in to find out what was happening, and he came to the conclusion, and rightly so, I mean, something very out of the ordinary is happening. So surely an out of the ordinary explanation is deserved. And he came to the conclusion that it had something to do with a special state of mind that he called hypnosis. Now, he tried to sort of change this a little bit, but his original concept took, and it's kind of stuck since. So the idea is that hypnosis is a special state of mind. Now, I think this is way off the mark. I've already said this before in different places. I think it's way, way off the mark. My experience is, I used to believe this myself, but so many things happened which to me disproved it, or seriously undermined it, that I let go of it. And when I did, you know, I really took my hypnosis to another level. But here's the interesting thing. A lot of people say, well, no, they get stuck in this, yeah? To the point where people are often citing to me fMRI scans that say this proves that hypnosis is a state of mind. Look, you can see this stuff going on in the brain and all of this kind of thing, which is great. You know, I'm all for research, finding things out, all of that kind of stuff. But here's the thing. All of the research that's done using fMRI scans that allegedly proves or provides evidence in some way for hypnosis being a special state of mind is working from within the assumption set that it already is. It's kind of taking it as read that it is, and then looking for it. Now let me explain this. Nobody would ever think to rig up a person who is being sold to. You wouldn't get a sales situation, think, what happens with selling? Let's rig up somebody's state of mind and see what happens in their mind when they're being sold to. Nobody ever thinks to do that. Now, there's a reason nobody ever thinks to do that, and that's because sales has never been labelled as a state of mind. So why would anyone go and look into, you know, the state of mind? Now, what I would also argue is that the world of sales would be highly impoverished if it had happened that way. If some point back in history somebody had decided that sales was actually a state of mind, and that you had to put somebody into that state of mind using maybe a strange gaze or some point of fixation or whatever. If that had happened, I think that sales and salespeople would be highly impoverished. The very, very best salespeople, they know that they have a very simple job to do, something to achieve, something to accomplish. And what they will then go and do is they will look at every single tool, every single technique, every single mindset, attitude, perspective, way of thinking about sales, and they will draw on all of it. And they'll keep working on their skills. They will become more and more flexible. They will look at all the different permutations of what could happen within an interaction, and they will figure out ways of rolling with that, of maneuvering with it. But hypnotists don't tend to do that. They tend to get hung up on a particular state of mind, and they tend to get hung up on whether they've got somebody into that state of mind or not. And I strongly recommend, I implore you to just let it go, to just become free. Because when you do, you can draw on anything. You can draw on stuff that salespeople know. You can draw on stuff from any area of psychology, any area of communication technique, skills, influence, persuasion, the whole lot you can draw in, because you know that every single one of those tools can be useful to you in your job as a hypnotist, facilitating somebody going into a different experience of reality. No need to look for a strange state of mind. And if you do look, it's not there. If there was a state of mind that rendered people more open to suggestion, I think it would be called trust, or it would be called belief, or something like that. But hypnosis is a highly misleading term. The truth is hypnosis is not one thing. We talk about it if it's one thing, one phenomena. Hypnosis, what is it, we say, singular. But there is no it. Hypnosis as a singular it doesn't exist. It's a whole bunch of different psychological principles that get utilized, different cognitive processes that get hijacked, communication skills, influence skills, persuasion skills. It's a whole bunch of stuff that comes together in a particular way to create that thing that we call hypnosis, which is really a process. We see the hypnotist, we see the hypnotee, we see the hypnotist communicating with the hypnotee and leading them into a different perception of reality. So free your mind. Let go of that whole trance thing. Let go of that whole hypnosis is a state of mind thing. Let go of the fMRI stuff. If you get seduced by that kind of thing, all of that stuff's interesting, but really it's a bit like, you know, the proverbial blind man feeling the elephant. He feels the trunk and concludes the elephant is a snake. That doesn't help. This is what happens with the fMRI stuff. Maybe it's part of the picture, but it's a really small part. It could be interesting, but it's not going to help you do hypnosis. What is going to help you do hypnosis is freeing your mind, allowing yourself access to everything and anything that's going to help you do the job that you need to do as a hypnotist. Taking your subjects, taking your clients into that altered perception of reality, shifting their reality. That's the job. And to do it, you need to free your mind. Okay. As always, please do leave your comments, questions, anything like that on the in the section below on the blog. I will do my best to answer everybody and discuss this issue some more, because I think it's really, really important. I so want people to get this. I so want people to get this paradigm shift, because ultimately it will pay huge dividends to you as a hypnotist. So that's it for this blog post. I'll see you again in the future, and you take care of yourself till then.